Ladies and gentlemen, Dan Siegel. He's been a long-time Oakland lawyer, activist, confidant of the mayor. Where are we right now after all this bedlam? And first of all, how do you feel? How are you doing?
How do I feel?
Yeah.
Well, it's been an exhausting week, right? This is the third day of all day, all night activities. I was very, very unhappy with what happened Tuesday. I thought the decision to take the camp down was an unnecessary and counterproductive decision. I think what happened Tuesday night in terms of the police activity and so on was completely predictable, right? It's not the case that all the police were engaged in misconduct, but when you have hundreds of police officers and thousands of demonstrators, there's going to be some people on both sides who are spoiling for a fight, and particularly after 12 or 16 or 18 hours of being on duty. And there were some horrible incidents, and I actually saw some of them.
Yeah. So I got to ask you, we've both been here for a long time. We strong mayor and everything. Could the mayor have made the call to say, hey, look, I don't want that done? Do you have any idea what the situation was where, because people say it wasn't her call, but she's the mayor, right?
Right, and I think that, the buck stops with the mayor.
Yeah.
The mistake, in my view, is a mistake of the city, not of one individual. Certainly the city administrator, the mayor, the police chief all agreed that the camp should be disassembled.
Are you saying the city administration should be fired? I'm going to try to put words in your mouth, but it just seems like every time I turn around, it's Deanna's making the call and, Gene's stepping back, and I'm saying, well, come on, what's up here, I'm just asking.
I'm not for firing anybody.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that this was a mistake, and people should learn from the mistake and not repeat it. So that's what I think about that.
Where do we go from here?
So the conversations that I've been having with people in City Hall are along the lines of we need to change the paradigm. If your paradigm is we have a city plaza, it's not a campground, people can't camp there, it's kind of messy, you've got sanitation problems, health problems, safety problems. If that's as far as you look at it, then the decision that people should leave is kind of unavoidable.
Yeah.
But I think the paradigm has to be changed. That we're literally in a national crisis that maybe none of us have seen in our lifetimes. The amount of poverty, unemployment, homelessness, the denial of public services is really at a crisis level, and people are responding, and I think that's really good that people are responding. And I know that Mayor Quan thinks it's really good. And so the paradigm has to be, how do you situate yourself, your city, your government in the context of what's taking place. And by the way, I think this is going to be years. We're going to have years of this.
Oh, yeah.
And so are we going to be part of a wave that sends out the police and the National Guard and so on to crack down on people demonstrating around economic injustice? Or are we going to bend a little bit and do our best to facilitate this activity? And clearly, I suppose you can tell by the way I frame the issue where I stand. I think that the people who are part of this Occupy movement are incredibly reasonable, virtuous, idealistic people, and I like what they're doing.
Hey, is the mayor going to speak tonight?
She is not going to speak tonight, and she wanted to. The agenda is, I guess because of the Democratic principles behind what's going on here.
Oh,
the agenda,
this happened in Atlanta with John Lewis.
The agenda
they gotta spray that out.
For no man or woman.
Oh my gosh.
And, I talked to the people who are leading the meeting tonight, and they're not hostile at all, but the rules are they're going to have an open mic at the end of the agenda, and if the mayor or anyone else wants to get online and get a couple of minutes at that time, she's welcome to do it.
In other words, Dan, I'll say it. Protocol is dead. Hey.
Well,
oh man.
I heard a conversation earlier. There was some rumor that Rachel Maddow was going to show
it was on Twitter. Yeah. And, well, actually, somebody from her show. It's like they got a feed waiting. She's not here, but they have a feed waiting. Is what
so she has to wait too.
Hey Dan, thanks a lot, man.
Okay.